and continue making your cut so that you're actually coming together in the center of the neck heel. Here the cut is complete. I held the saw at a little bit of an angle to make this end of the cut higher than this end. I want to be able to now sand this down flush with the neck block. My goal in this step is to make the heel of the neck flush with the neck block. And in order to do that, I will use the sanding board with some 3x5 cards placed on the sanding board so that I do not wear away the plate mounting area on the surface. All I want to take down is just the heel of the neck in this location right here. And with light pressure, I'll just move it slowly and gently until I have the correct alignment and squareness and flatness of that joint. I now have most of the material on the heel of the neck sanded down. I'm still slightly above the neck block. I will have to remove the 3x5 cards now and complete the sanding process along the whole surface where the back plate will mount to ensure squareness and a correct glue joint. Here's a flat sanding operation on the ribs, and the heel of the neck is completed. One important aspect to remember is to put pressure evenly on the top while flat sanding so as not to deflect the neck block and the side of the upper bout during the sanding operation by putting excessive pressure on the neck assembly while you're moving it. It is very easy to do that, so make sure that you always hold the instrument right above the neck block itself when you're flat sanding. Here the joint is now completed and the rib material is flush with the neck on both sides, and the joint is closed and a very tight joint. We now have everything on the inside of the instrument set up and ready to be final tuned. I did add the seizing process to the end block, corner blocks, and neck block in preparation for assembly of the back plate to the body. I start at the sound post and I test in diagonals across the instrument. Overall, the plate sounds really good. I'm not going to make any further adjustment to the asymmetrical graduation of the plate. I will have to test this area right here in between the sound holes, which controls the higher notes of the A and the E. In this area, you want the material a little bit stiffer so that you can get the higher notes. The more material you take out, the lower the note will go. On the bass side of the bass bar, it's very low. On the treble side of the bass bar, it has a higher note, it being more hollow on this side than on this side. I don't feel I need to make any further adjustments with this instrument at this time. After it's strung up in the white and I play it, then I will find out for sure if I need to take it apart again and recalibrate certain portions of it. While I still have the back plate off, I take one final step before assembling the back plate. I locate the end pin hole in the end block and I drill it at a slight downward angle to counteract the string tension as it pulls on the end pin when the tailpiece is fitted. I complete that operation now because it's a lot easier to clean up on the inside of the hole. Now prepare the back plate and the glue for assembly of the back plate to the instrument. Here I have temporarily laid top plate and side assembly on top of the back plate. I put on my registration marks and use the neck angle gauge to check the alignment of the neck to make sure that it is still in alignment while sitting flat on the plate. Here I have already installed a label with the style of instrument that it was based on and the number of this instrument of my construction. And I put a partial date. I will fill in the last 2 digits of the date when I have actually completed varnishing the instrument. Working quickly with your glue, apply your glue to the block areas, the heel of the neck, and around the lining material. Make sure that you have a good glue joint all the way around. With your back plate in position, line up your registration marks and quickly apply the center bout clamping garland on each side with a slight pressure. Quickly install the upper and lower bout Go through and check, make sure that they are all snug. You don't want them tight enough to damage the side material, but you just want them snug. Once you have your clamping garland in place, double check your neck angle. It is correct. And then add an extra clamp right on the end button and the neck. This will hold that end button tab flush with the neck while the glue sets up. Check your glue joint all around to make sure that the plate is in full contact with the sides on both sides of the instrument. Allow 24 hours for this to dry before proceeding. After the glue has set up, I will go back and clean off all the excess glue. I like to let it dry because it seems to clean up a lot easier for me that way. This completes the assembly of the body. Thank you for watching.